Hey, Three Cons of Lucky, can you hear us?
Yeah, you guys sound good.
Oh, good, man. Good to have you here at Three. How you doing, man?
How do I sound? Yeah, man, I'm all right.
Fantastic, man. So I'll kick this off with some introductions, and then we'll just take it from there. Cool?
Sounds good.
And we are, once again, for the first time in about a year, live here for the Own Your Shit live stream. I have joining us, we'll get to the folks in the room here with me today in just a moment, but we've got Three Cons of Lucky. Great to have you here, buddy.
Howdy, howdy. Let's get fucking rowdy.
Yeah. We've got some background music today. It's called Feeding the Ducks, and it's really low, so we just turned that down. So we have with me in the room, sitting directly across from me, is Tyredd Biggums. Glad to have you here.
Right.
Okay.
Horns?
Yeah, man. It's been, I would say, I don't know, a few months since we last saw each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah. I think it was before Christmas?
Yeah. It was probably before Christmas. It's been a few months. All you guys know Tyredd. He loves calling most folks faggots. Three Cons of Lucky has the Rule 9 ban. But I would like, the reason that I thought this might be a good idea to kind of restart a little bit is because I have with me a guest tonight that no one at MRP knows, and he has no idea what MRP is. But I want to introduce you guys to my good friend and my lifting buddy at a Gold's Gym. So we go to a real gym. Actually, he got kicked out of the gym. We'll tell that story in a little bit. But I'd like to introduce you guys to Tabs. How you doing, buddy?
Life is good. Life is real good.
Okay, yeah. So Tabs has no idea what he's walking into, but I want to describe this man to everybody who might be listening, all 10 viewers. Thank you. Tabs is, how tall are you? Was 6'2"?
About 6 feet.
About 6 feet. Okay. You probably weigh 205, 210.
About 210.
About 210.
Mm-hmm.
You like to eat bricks. You're fucking yoked,
Yeah,
right? Jacked. Your bench. I saw you doing like 2 or 3 plate bench presses underhand. Last time I was in the gym.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Yeah. So
no, that's true.
Why we have Tabs here today is because Tabs is what people will call a natural. Okay. And he has great ability and command of women. I would definitely say that. But he is on the opposite end of the spectrum of most of the autists that are listening to this tonight, in that he has zero problems with women, but he's got a bunch of other shit that's going on in his life that he has no fucking idea how to deal with. So I'm hoping he'll bring some added perspective to the conversation today as we kind of go through some guys. So Three Cons of Lucky, what's new in your world, buddy? We haven't talked in a while.
No, we haven't. Well, I got the kid. That's been cool. Big fan of that
right.
shit.
Yeah, you had a son, right?
Yeah. He's just hit 5 months now. If it's a bit windy, I'm outside and it's fucking cold. So he's hit 5 months. Man, it's been awesome. Like, being a father's fucking great. Like, honestly, great. Couldn't be happy with that.
Did you finally get him sleeping in his own bed? Are you guys down
fucking bet I did. Yeah, no, he sleeps by himself now. He's a big boy. He fucked off after 2 months, I think we fucked him off.
Oh, yeah.
And haven't looked back. No, it's been nice. He sleeps really well. We got him sleep trained, which is nice. So life is quite reasonable given all that. And got a pay rise yesterday, which was nice. So 20 grand pay rise, which is pretty sweet. So
wow, congrats.
Fuck, man, congratulations. That's fantastic.
Everything's coming up lucky, as it always does.
What is that? What is that? That saying? I think it was Arnold Palmer or someone said the more I practice, the luckier I get.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know who it was.
Yeah, but that's the truth. You're not lucky. You're just good.
What's been going on in your guys' world? What's going on? Tyredd and Horns?
Well, I'll start and I'll hand it off. Let's see what's going on new in my world. I just took my significant other out. Yeah, don't touch the mic. Okay, you're good, brother. I just got back from vacation, so I'm doing pretty well. Took a new job right back before the new year, and life is just basically really, really good, and I'm learning how to deal with that. That's a pretty difficult thing to do, is just learn how to be happy, right, without creating stupid challenges in your life. So anyway, I don't know about you, Tyred. What's new in your world? I think you have a lot of new shit going on.
I got a lot of shit. Yeah, I got my almost 9-year-old sleep trained.
Almost.
Finally got her sleeping in her own room.
Yeah.
So she had some issues, but I had to bribe her with a bearded dragon. So we're gonna have a new pet in our lives in a few months.
It's not a mammal, so you're okay.
No,
right?
it's fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's good. Got some probably some custody court stuff coming up that I'm not gonna go too much into because of potentially prying ears on the live stream here.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have a stalker. We both do.
We do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got engaged a couple weeks ago to my LTR.
Oh
so,
shit!
Yeah.
Right, that's a big move.
Yeah, let's not zip by that one.
Yeah.
3 kinds of lucky, right?
So
We'll tap into that one a little bit later. Yeah. I think we'll go into some depth in that, because that was actually a pretty big conversation last week. I'm not sure if you caught it on the thread, but guys were talking about what is the most optimal strategy for guys. Is it a long-term relationship, or is it spinning plates, seeing multiple women at once? Right. Yeah. I think we'll probably hop into that tonight, because that was a pretty big discussion by some really high-level people. Last week. Yeah.
The quick answer is it's whatever the fuck you want it to be.
That's exactly
the actual answer.
Yeah. And then Tabs, what's new in your life? You're new to the circle of trust here.
Yes.
I've given him a tiny little brief overview of what we do at MRP. But
about 30 seconds.
About 30 seconds worth. I'm like, hey, listen, like there's a oh yeah, that was pretty bad. Is that you? Yeah, I'll get you. I gave him a brief, 30-second overview. I was like, hey, there's a bunch of fucking retards that their life sucks.
Autistic retards.
And they need some help. And they come in weekly and they cry and they talk about.
They complain and post shit and they haven't gotten it together.
Yeah. So they're fucked.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. So you can adjust your mic now, buddy. I've muted you. Okay, so how about we get started? Are you good with that, 3 Cons Lucky?
Yes, mate, let's do it. You're going to share the screen, because I don't have a computer in front of me.
Let me do that. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the streaming software. So,
you've done all right for the first time.
Yeah.
I'll give you partial credit.
Okay, that's good. All right, let's share this out. We are going to share a Chrome tab that looks like this. Okay, I think we're sharing this. Are we? Let's look at the live stream.
Yes, it is working.
Okay, great. Well, can you read it? 3 Cons of Lucky. That's the big.
Well, I think I'm gonna. If for some reason I've got a tiny little screen that shows it, or maybe I've got to flip this bad boy around. Give me a moment.
Look at that first comment right there. I'm getting to call myself an autist retard. See, we explained it perfectly to Tabs.
Yeah, we're totally cool on this. So yeah, Tabs, what we're going to do here is we're going to go through these guys that requested that we look into their lives and figure it out. I think, what do you think? You just want to pick one at random? Let's do that. Or 3 Cons of Lucky, was there anybody here that signed up that you saw that you were like, yes, I definitely want to talk about that guy?
To be fair, I only had a quick glance this morning at the thread, and there was some shitters and some decent people. So I'll just pick one that looks nice. Someone who's not brilliant and someone who's not absolutely fucking garbage would be a good start.
All right, let's start with the red letters. Then he requested that we take a look at what he's got going on here. Ah, shit, it's in kilograms.
What a lad!
Is that kilograms?
Fucking, I mean, unless his overhead pref is, maybe it's.
I don't know.
Shit, it's not in kilograms.
No.
I was going to say, if that bloke is lifting 95 kilos, 5 reps above his head, fuck my ass.
Yeah. Okay, it's not in kilos. All right, so we can keep going. All right, so red letters. He is 32, 5'10". He's 43 weeks in. right? So he's close. He's getting to the year. 5'10", 155 pounds, 15% body fat, been married for 2 years. He's got no kids. All right. So that's what we have to work with.
One thing to keep in mind, Tats, everybody's 15% body fat.
Everybody. Isn't that the truth? Yeah. And then you got guys coming behind like SB3 saying, fuck you. Yeah. You're not fucking 15%.
Or they're 15.2335% body fat.
Oh God. Like, how do you get it down to a fucking decimal point? It's fucking ridiculous. All right. So this guy is 5'10", 155. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm buying 15% body fat on this guy at 5'10", 155 pounds. There we go. I forgot to unmute you. Sorry about that, Tabs. You were sitting over there like, fuck, man, what are we doing here? All right. So what do I want? Freedom, forward progress, exploration. Okay. Whatever. Physical, I'm just going to presume this is good because you're 43 weeks in and you got lifts. Direction. Here, let's try this one. I feel a bit lost on where I want to take things. I've turned things around in a big way. I know roughly what my mission is, what drives me. I just can't see what the next big leap is. Maybe I just keep grinding. I'm going to revisit Unchained Man. Okay. Can we start there?
43 weeks in, doesn't know where he's going, which, look, I can understand that, but going back to books, I don't respect it. It's like, all right, mate, like 43 weeks in, you seem to be progressing some shit, so you still don't know what you want. Like the books in my mind are training wheels, and at some point you got to take them off and just fucking go and figure out what you want to do, not fuck around rereading shit again and again, trying to find some answer in some fucking book. Like, go live life and figure out what you want, mate.
Yeah, I mean, we keep coming back to that all the time, right? We talk about taking action, right? And reading a book is not taking an action if you're 43 weeks in. Right. I think that's just more of the same. The idea behind taking action is that we go out there and we test the things that we read. Right. And if you're trying to go out there and find, I'm going to be honest, if you're going to go out there and try to find a mission, like the Unchained Man is not the book to read. No. Like, that doesn't make any fucking sense to me. Right. The Unchained Man is a book that basically tells you that you should be non-monogamous, like over and over and over. All of those you want to like throw up in your mouth and swallow it back down while you're reading this fucking book. But that, I mean, come on, man.
But I mean, at 43 weeks in, you're not going to find the answers in the book. I mean, to three's Lucky's point, I mean, the answers, you're going to start having to find the answers to yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to find them from Horns or me or three. I mean, this is where you start going to branch out and find your own path.
Yeah, I mean, you have to at some point start blazing your own trail, right? And we see that a lot. We see guys that, and 3 Kinds of Lucky, I know you see this too, that try to replicate what other guys have done in the past, thinking is it some kind of fucking cheat code. Right?
Yeah, everybody thinks it's a nice recipe that you just sort of follow, and if I do this, if I do X, I'll get Y out of it. And they don't really understand that there's a bunch of resources on the sidebar. There's a bunch of shit for you to figure out, some tools for you to start playing with. But in the end, you need to figure out what you need to do with your life. Like, it's not, don't try to be us. Don't try to be me. Like, it's not what you actually want. You just need to go out and figure out who the fuck you are and what that means to you. Like, don't fucking spend all this time wasting time trying to follow other people. Like, we're not idols. We're just a bunch of dudes who've done some shit. Like, yeah.
We just figured it out in our own way. Right? That's the best way to say it, I think, is that we took the tools that were given to us and we made our own tool belt out of them. And then, you know what, man? We just went out and tested them and figured out if they worked or not for us. I mean, I know a lot of times we say AWOL, right? All women are like that.
Right.
And to a certain degree, all women are like that. But, like, that doesn't mean that you can, make her bend over and let her fucking make cum drip out of her pussy while you just stare there and tell her she's doing a good job, and that's gonna work. Okay, it like, you have to calibrate, otherwise we've got fucking Rambo pushing every button at once, and that's what Rambo is. Do you mind if I take just a minute to talk about Rambo?
Go for it.
There's a big misconception about this. So when we tell a guy he's going Rambo, we tell him that because in front of you, imagine you're like Homer Simpson, right? And you've got like every button in front of you for the nuclear reactor.
Yeah.
Okay. But if we put Rambo in front of that thing, he's like, I've got all the power in the world. Right? I could push her button doing this. I can push her button doing this. I can use some skills that I learned from pickup artistry where I could keynote her, and I can, then I could do drive-bys, and then I can, drop a one-liner on her. I could do all of that, right? That's a button I can push, right? Or he's got another button that says, remove my time and attention from a woman I don't like. And there's another button over there that says, be an asshole. Then there's another button over there that says, ignore her and just go lift and shut the fuck up. There's all these buttons in front of Rambo. And Rambo's like, well, if I press them all at once, that's going to be great, right?
Yeah.
What he doesn't understand is that he's sitting in front of a fucking nuclear reactor that is a woman, and if you press every goddamn fucking button at once, they're going to blow the fuck up.
I'm like, whoa, what happened?
Well, I was just doing what you guys told me to do.
Just mash the keyboard across my face.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what fucking happens with Rambo.
The other thing with Rambo as well is because you're doing so many things at once, you don't even know what's actually working, and it becomes completely redundant.
It does, and it's uncalibrated, right? All those buttons that I just mentioned, those are buttons you can press based on the situation that you are in. They are tools in your tool belt. You press the button, the tool goes to work, right? Guys learn the tools, and then they learn how to be congruent with their own selves of how to use those tools. But they're all effective. Like they're all effective tools that will eventually, if you truly believe in them and you get the mental aspects underneath them, those tools all work on everyone.
Right.
That's what Red Pill is. It is sexual strategy. That's what I think. Okay, let's go. Let's keep going with him. All right, so shit to own. What? Fucking limiting myself.
I just read this sentence. This is getting interesting.
Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole. All right, so there's a part of me that doesn't want to get what I want. Call it self-sabotage, limiting beliefs, or whatever the fuck. It feels very comfortable for me to sacrifice and be unhappy. You know what that says to me?
He's not the prize. He doesn't feel worth it.
He's not the prize. This is old school nice guy behavior. If I sacrifice, even though I'm unhappy, I'll do this to smooth things over. Right? How many times? I mean, I've done that a million times. Where you're just like, all right, I'll fucking give in on this one little thing.
Right.
Just to smooth things over. She could be bitching you about taking the fucking trash out, doing this and this and this. That never happens to me, right? but it happens to a lot of guys. And then you just kind of acquiesce, and you're like, oh fuck, I'll just take the trash out, shut the fuck up.
I'll just buy her that one more thing, just so she's happy.
Yeah, I'll buy her that one more thing. Hey, pull your mic up just a little bit. So, all right, let's keep going. I think that's nice guy behavior. Any comment on that? Three Guns Lucky? Agree, disagree?
Yeah, that's pretty much what he says later down as well. But the interesting thing is one thing I do find interesting. He goes, "There's a part of me that doesn't want to get what I want," but then the section above is, "I don't know what I want." So I'm not entirely sure how those two things mesh together.
Okay, that's a good point. So he says, "I don't know what I want, and I don't know how to get what I want, but I also don't want to get it." I don't know. Maybe the dude just needs to go do some shrooms. No, I'm joking. But I don't know what that means. But you're right. I see down here later, he identifies that. He says, hey, this is some nice guy shit. I made a ton of progress here, but it's frustrating to still be dealing with it. Yeah, I mean, listen, man, nice guy traits die hard. They die so hard. The covert contract itself, even though that may go away first, you may be able to eliminate most covert contracts from your life. Like this nice guy bullshit just creeps up in like the weirdest ways in our lives.
Yeah, can we go up the sentence before? This is leftover childhood programming. I mean, people stop blaming your childhood. Just own your shit. Like everybody had weird, shitty childhoods or shit that happened to them, trauma. Like it's all in the past.
Let's talk about this for a minute, man. He says this is leftover childhood programming. I know better, but it's in deep. Look, he's giving it so much power in just those two sentences, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, what would you say, Tabs? I mean, this guy is saying I got a bunch of leftover childhood programming.
Some balls.
You heard it here first, right? He's got to grow some balls. Like, there's all shit that happened to us.
Yeah.
And if the next sentence he says, I know better, but it's in deep.
You know.
He
You logically can override this.
He
shit.
wants to blame it on something. He needs a scapegoat.
Dude.
And the childhood trauma is it.
Yeah, he has to have an excuse, so it's not
good.
him.
It feels good. It feels good to behave like he's behaving.
Oh, dude, man, that's true. It does feel good. Well, it's the alternative.
Well, the other aspect you could approach this from is he's trying to figure out why he is the way he is. So that's the other way you could look at this as well. So I think the way you guys are looking, it's probably right. But the other way to look at it is, this is a guy. He knows there's something wrong with him. He's trying to look into, okay, where has this happened? Why has this happened? What's the root of this? And then what's missing is okay, now what do I do about this? So he's got, okay, it's from childhood, cool, but what are you actually going to do about it? That, in my mind, this is the piece that's missing in your shit.
What would you do about it?
Fuck. I don't know. I've not had that problem before. I would probably look, if it was a serious sort of problem, maybe go get yourself some fucking counseling. But if it's some bullshit limiting belief, then create new beliefs. And you create new beliefs by doing things, not by not doing things.
Yeah, ingraining new habits to create new beliefs. Right, doing the work. That you got to do the
mentor.
work.
Having a mentor.
Yeah, having a mentor would be pretty good. And this is what a lot of guys here are looking for. Like, they're looking for their... I wouldn't say they're actively looking for a mentor. But they are definitely... I mean, there's guys listening to this live stream right now. Great to have you on. That are saying, like, please sign me up so you guys can take a look at this. Like, I know you guys have figured your shit out. Can you, like, take a look at mine? Let's see if I can figure this shit out. Oh, somebody said removed. We will begin shortly. Message. Thank you. I'm not checking chat very often here. Okay, so let's keep going. If there's anything interesting at all, I feel sometimes find it difficult not to get swept into someone else's emotions if they're strong enough. One day this week, my wife was very low, staying in bed, moping and not enjoying anything. Lots of one-word answers and silence. At first, I felt myself sinking into the mood, being more pulled under with her. I could tell it was happening, but I couldn't shake it. But the emotions coming from her were so strong. Okay. Like, she's just being a woman.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, that's really normal. Like, okay. So if your girl has a mood that's, I mean, it sounds depressive.
Yeah.
How do you fucking care? First of all, do you care?
Depends on the day. I mean, no. I mean, you can. Depends. I mean, you can be playful, right? You can tease her about it.
Yeah.
I mean, if she's not responsive, I'll go do my own thing. I'm not gonna be around that though.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna choose to be around somebody who's gonna be depressive and open. I would say though, 80% of the time, she'll reflect your mood. I mean, unless she's really just wants to be depressed for whatever reason.
Yeah.
She's going to be reflective of your frame, your mood.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in a good mood, it's going to wear off on her.
Yeah. All right, Tabs. You're around a girl. She's in a depressive mood. What do you do?
I'm going to crack a joke.
Yeah.
But not too funny. You know what I mean? I'm gonna crack a joke. I'm gonna make it light, light humor.
Yeah.
Kind of lighten the mood. I'm gonna show her my energy is fluid, and, free and relaxed.
Yeah.
I'm try to find out, is everything okay? She's gonna say, nothing is wrong.
Yeah, she always says that.
And then I'm gonna continue to ask more questions and get her talking. try to get her comfortable, and then I mean, if she won't snap out of it, oh, fuck her.
You just fuck her, like literally fuck her, right?
That's an answer.
I do that as well.
Yeah.
I do go fuck her,
Yeah.
like fuck the bitch out of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm dead serious. That's a very effective tool. Just go fuck the bitch out of her, right? I mean, I don't know if I'd really like be aroused to go do that if she's been super depressive all day. So this is what I do. I've written tomes of information about depressive and anxious wives, right? Because I got one. My kind of go-to is that, listen, I don't want my wife to be unhappy. I think that's fair for any man to say, I don't want my wife to feel that way. I don't have any control over it.
Right.
But I'm also not there to fix her problems. Okay. When we hear that shit that people say, just listen to her, you're like, oh, fuck. I mean, like, I gotta be a really good friend and like you if I want to listen to your fucking shit. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, you gotta actually like the person, first of all.
Yeah.
So I do like her. So, I'll let her kind of just vent, just go vent, and like you said, Tabs, I'm that free flowing, non-judgmental energy in that room. And that's what we would call very masculine energy. Maybe not the free flowing stuff, but they know where your boundaries are, right? And they know that they can live within those boundaries and go back and forth, right and left, up and down about their feelings. And you've created a container for that to happen. You're not doing anything for them. You're not fixing problems.
Yeah, see, that I kind of, in my view, this sounds like a her problem, not a me problem.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, we lose 3 kinds of lucky. Did his mobile
Breaking
phone
up
in
a little
Australia die?
Crikey.
Oh, he's on mute. Did he mute himself? Are you back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, I got you. Anyway, you were saying this sounds like a her problem, right? Okay, we'll move on. Hopefully we got you back. 3 kinds of lucky. It is a her problem. Okay, and we as men immediately, especially these guys that are posting, they're always wanting to fix the problem. That's why they want to talk. They want to ask questions to derive all of the data that's involved in the problem. And can I get, this piece of information and this piece of information and this piece of information, then I'm going to go put it in a goddamn fucking spreadsheet and run formulas on it. And this is the way to fix your problem. That's how men think.
Yeah.
That's not the way women think. So I don't fix her problem. I fix her feels.
Right. You got to move her to the happy place.
And that's what you were describing, Tabs, about making a light joke. Saying, not too funny though. You don't want it to be out of bounds of her feelings at the current time. You're a master of being able to manipulate her feelings. That's what we're getting down to. And so what I do, and this actually just talks about it on the sidebar with the way of the superior man, is the number one thing you can do is open up your woman. And I'm talking about physically opening up your woman. So if you're sitting there and you got your arms crossed and your legs are crossed and you're scrunched over like this, you're living in a very closed position, right, while you're listening. But if you can just sit there nice and broad and tall, and you can just kind of exude your own energy into that room, I just want guys to try that for once, okay? And just let her go and just be that calm, stoic person that's sitting there in that room.
How do you feel about touching? Like, like touch, that's like contact.
Okay, good question. Fucking great question. Cuddles ain't free, motherfucker. You got to earn that. Okay, so cuddles aren't free, because just because you're having a bad day means you get a bunch of cuddles. Like, that ain't the go-to, because that's bad behavior. If you give your girl cuddles and you're rubbing her and touching her and combing her hair, whatever the fuck you want to do, whatever. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're going to do, those are rewards for great behavior. So if she's having bad behavior, you don't give her that. But if she's having bad behavior and you can flip that by opening her, and I want to get back to that in just 1 second. When you can flip her into an open mood, you can reward her then.
Now, there's room, though, for just pushing her up against the wall, kissing her, grabbing her, saying, shut the fuck up.
And fucking her.
And, yeah.
You're right.
Changing her mood that way.
Yeah, well, I was going to say...
That's where the physical touch
is you
can come in.
You have to physically open your woman. Right. So what I do is if you ever look at your chick next time she's in a bad mood, she's going to be sitting there with her arms crossed and her legs crossed, and she's going to be sitting down.
Yep.
Okay? I'll walk over to the fucking couch and I'll pick her up.
Yep.
Spin her around, put her back down, smile at her, and immediately she's in a different mood.
Right.
That's one way that you have to physically move your woman. You can move her to the bedroom.
Can I tell you what I do?
Yeah.
When I'm in that predicament or situation, I just go over to him and I put my arm around him and make sure I palm her ass.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I palm it under, so the pussy lips spread as I palm the ass.
That's what
I do.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you can grab like the right labia and pull it around.
And I look in her eye, and I look in her eye, and I'll say something clever. You know, I'll give her a kiss, even if she didn't want it. I'll grab her cheeks and give her a little kiss, and her lips are looking like a little kid, you know, because they're scrunched together. Her lips, are, you know, and I give her a little kiss. I'll tell her go sit back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up a comment here in the live stream. Jordan, great to see you again, buddy. It's been a while. He says most guys reward bad behavior. Absolutely, fucking right. That's how we got into the mess that we got ourselves into most of the time. When she screams and cries and you give her away like a little fucking teenager, of course there's gonna be bad behavior because she gets what she wants. You got to teach her. I hate to say this, but you don't have to teach her anything. You just have to have boundaries. Like, I'm not going to live with a woman who's fucking depressed all the time.
Right.
I'm just not going to do it.
It's not what I want.
I understand it happens.
Everybody has a bad day. Everybody gets in a bad mood, but I don't want to be around that shit.
I don't need to be around that shit. More importantly, that is not conducive to a good life for me.
Right.
All right. Okay, so he's saying our emotions were coming on strong. We'll take this and we'll hop to the next guy here in just a minute because we're 30 minutes in. This is great. I took some time alone, reset myself, found my actual center and my own mood returned. I kept things light. I joked around and made conversation when I felt like it. Good. As I kept my mood, I felt it getting easier and easier to stay out of hers. It reminded me of the description in The Way of the Superior Man of the cliffs against which she can throw her emotions. Yes, women want to throw their emotions against you to see if you can handle them. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And if you can't handle them, what does that say? Like, if you can't handle me at my worst, you can't handle me at my best.
Mm-hmm.
You heard that shit before.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, nah, I'm peace out. Like, if that's your fucking attitude, nah. But I mean, it's true. Like, if you want all the good parts,
same way.
If you want all the good parts, you just got to be yourself. That's not that hard. Except for the guys we're talking to right now. If they were themselves, like they're on the road, transform themselves. Okay, go to the next guy.
Yeah,
that was enough for that. You still with us, 3 cons, Lucky? Maybe. All right. Okay, who was the next guy? So we went over the red letters. I read Omured like. Oh God, did I read his? Let's see where he's at here. Here he is. Okay. Omured.
Oh, it's in kilograms and centimeters. What is this shit?
Oh shit! All right, we're gonna go quick on this one then.
Oh, he translated it for us.
He did. So. Thank you for putting that in America. Right, I appreciate that. All right, age 49, 6'2", 213 pounds. Look, we got a truthful guy. His body fat's 23%. He is a fat motherfucker. He is fat. Not really fat, but fatter than he should be. And he's 38 weeks in. He's been married for 20 years, and he has 2 kids under the age of 14. Here's his lifts. His lifts are whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
he needs to get those up.
All right. Clearly your bench press needs a lot of work. Nice overhead press, right, for the other lifts. And your deadlift is, dude.
92 pounds for an overhead lift.
Why is your deadlift 198 pounds and your squat's 100?
Nothing makes sense. Just
let's just fucking keep
move
going.
on.
Whatever. I'm skipping all of this physical nutrition and lifts because you're doing it wrong. And we're just gonna go here. Okay, here's the sex section. Everybody ready? This week has been sexually interesting. Intercourse 4 days. Were you tracking it?
Intercourse.
Very
clinical.
That means penis was in vagina. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Does it count if it wasn't in the vagina? I don't know. But I decided, oh my God. Oh my motherfucker. Okay. I decided not to ejaculate each time. After ejaculation, I have 24 hours with no interest in sex at all. Okay, so when he comes, he has post-nut clarity. All right. Good news, dude. It's only for 24 hours. So if you fuck her at 9 p.m., by 9:30 the next night, you're going to want to fuck again. Woo! Woo! Right? That's called post-nut clarity, dude. All right. What the fuck? If I do not ejaculate, I maintain this internal sexual arousal, which I like as it helps to maintain energy for game.
For game? That means sex. Sex?
No, I think he just means playing, keynote, teasing. You know,
Builds up the sexual tension if he doesn't come.
It's in air quotes. It's in quotation marks. So
yeah,
game is like a metaphor for something.
I think game. He's just talking game like Game and his wife.
Okay,
that's my guess.
Yeah,
I see. Okay,
you know,
so he's got more energy to go out there and game his girl.
Got it.
If he doesn't come for 4 days straight after fucking a girl.
Got it.
Hey, raise your hand if you've ever fucked a girl for 4 days straight and never come. I see no hands. Yeah, fuck that. All right. But he does say, plus knowing that sex is available diminishes my need to ejaculate.
I think this is just a bunch of bullshit.
Like, I bet you this guy, you know what? I bet he's had fucking PE problems in the past. What you want to bet? He's 49.
Absolutely.
He's had PE problems in the past, and he's using this as an excuse.
Absolutely.
I wonder how much porn this guy looks at.
Yeah. Let's see. Is this motherfucker in the chat? Is he? No, he's not. But if he was, I bet you he watches porn.
Yeah.
Or he has a long history of pornography use.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Exploring sexual options with my wife, more talk during sex, projecting my fantasies into words, although I'm very bad with words. Okay. Most of sex is still my work, but sometimes I do engage her into being more active. Sometimes there's even a good fuck. After a direct question, what are you thinking about? I replied with, was imagining you give me a blowjob here on the sofa. And it happened. Unthinkable some months ago. I mean, I'm going to say there is something attractive and it works. It's a tool in the tool belt. Just tell a girl, get on her fucking knees and suck your dick and hold the ground.
It works.
Right?
It works.
It works. If you're attractive, it works. I think that's fair.
I think it's interesting the complaint of, most of the sex is still my work. I mean, that's your fucking job.
Yeah, good sex is your responsibility.
Yeah.
As a
what
man.
are you expecting?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, you gotta. We talk about this a lot, but like, it's no secret that like women want to be led in bed. I mean, it's the natural order of it.
Right.
Somebody's fucking somebody.
That's right.
And I ain't getting fucked. Right?
That's correct.
So yeah, it's your job. Yeah, the relationship is her job.
Right.
Good sex is your responsibility. I didn't say it was a job.
Yeah.
I said it's your responsibility. If you want to have good sex, that's your responsibility. It could be with your wife
or someone else.
Maybe with somebody else. But that's your responsibility. All right. Yeah, it was unthinkable some months ago. So congratulations, buddy. I'm very happy that you were able to essentially make your wife have a great time during sex. That's the sound of your wife. Okay. Also interesting. The more I fuck her, the more she gets closer to me. Duh.
No shit.
No shit, dude.
Have you read any books on this?
No, I don't think he has. Several nights sleeping at my chest with my cock in her hand and a smile. That is how I like to go to bed too.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Yeah, that's very normal. Congratulations, buddy. Your girl crawls up in bed with you and cuddles you and puts her hand around your cock and falls asleep. That's beautiful. You know, I can't think of a better way to go sleep. That is how it's supposed to be, don't you think? What about waking up, Tabs?
Waking up? For me personally?
Yeah, how do you like to wake up in the morning?
With my dick in her mouth.
Okay, yeah, I'm on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, best alarm clock.
I like to be woken up.
Yeah.
With my cock in her mouth.
Yeah, it will. Of course, man. I mean, that's the only alarm clock you need.
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. Last bit here. As sex flows better between us and my wife expresses more her feelings about it, I keep focused on not being judgmental. Yes. Good one. Very good. As I want her to be more open. So, yes, if you want your girl to be more open, you cannot judge her on her openness. Like, don't be a retard. Ding, ding. My opinions are not important.
Well, that's not true.
What? My opinions are not important. She's speaking is important. Oh, when he's talking about when she's just opening up and he's listening. I do reaffirm positively her opinions that are in line with what I want, and I do not give attention to the rest. Okay. Good job, man.
Yeah.
Like, he's on track.
Yeah.
He's going to be all right. I don't know why he needed us to read this. I mean,
he's good.
All right. Let's see who else we got
He wants
here.
some validation.
Let's see if we can find a new guy.
Yeah.
Like a guy I don't recognize. Like, who's this fucker?
I don't know.
So time will run out. Why not? Here he is. Oh, number 6. 6 weeks in. All right. Okay. This guy's not even married. Tabs, this may be up your alley. All right. So
early 20s.
Early 20s. He's 6 foot tall, 159 pounds.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Okay. 115-pound overhead press times 4. He can bench 170 times 4. That's not really that bad for his weight.
No, it's not. What about the other lifts, though?
Yeah.
Did he skip a leg day?
Let's see. I only lifted twice this week. A bunch of other things ran together and made it impossible to get to the gym on some days. Tell me about it. Tell me about all these fucking things that happened in your life that the number one fucking priority was moved. This is goddamn fucking bullshit. Only excuse I can think of is my grandma died.
Yeah.
My mom died. I didn't get to go lift that week. I had to take care of the funeral. If it's anything short of that, like, fuck off. Like, you're going to show up here and put in a little bit of effort. Like, are you fucking on the program or not? Like, do the fucking work. I don't care if you know what I would say to this guy? I asked him what time he woke up in the morning.
Oh, he says it right here. Lack of sleep. It's such bullshit. I mean, I got no sympathy.
No.
I got
serious
problems. I got serious sleep and health problems, and I still make 3 lifting sessions every week religiously.
Yeah.
I might have to take a little bit of a,
You're going to go in there.
But I go in there.
Do the front door pull, right?
Yeah.
You open the door and you go in.
Yep, every week.
Yeah, that's what's required.
Right.
That is like Manning 101.
Yep.
Right. If you don't do that and you start making excuses for it, those excuses start piling up and you start fucking believing them.
Yep. I had a CT scan today on my abdomen and I lifted today.
There you go, man. This motherfucker right here went and had a CT scan and then still lifted. Like, I'm pretty sure that he could have made it a priority to lift. And here's the thing. You weren't sleeping, man. Why weren't you lifting?
Right. Fucking sleep.
You want to know what helps sleep?
Lifted.
Lifted. Yeah, man. That shit is fucking for real.
I stayed up too late. You can lift it. Jeez.
Yeah, man.
Find a 24-hour gym.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Try doing 100 push-ups before you go to
There
bed.
you go.
You'll go to bed.
Fuck me, you finally got there, Horns. Goodness gracious.
Oh shit, man! I finally found you. Hey, man, we just been
Fuck.
cruising along. Thanks for hanging
Yeah.
on.
I was just gonna say, just back on that whole emotions thing with the old dude. I kind of disagree with the way you guys were approaching that. Like, I would not make her emotions my responsibility, nor would I go to try to change those emotions. Like, if she's in a shitty, that's her problem. I'm gonna go do my thing, and then when she doesn't want to be shit anymore, she's more than welcome to come spend time with me. But I'm not gonna fucking change her mood.
I didn't say change your mood, right? You know, I think what I think is that, you know, we as men have gifts to give, right? And if you want to give the gift of, you know, massaging her feels for a little bit because you like her, like, I think that's okay if you want to. But
Sure,
if you
but
don't
it ain't my jam.
yeah, like, it ain't your jam, then don't fucking do it. You know,
not obligated to fix it.
no, you're not obligated for fucking anything.
Yeah, do what you want.
Anyway, we'll move on to what you guys are talking about now. I just wanted to get that in.
Yeah, this guy. Okay, so we're on the guy that's now
Not lifting because he doesn't sleep or something.
yeah, something like that. I stayed up too late. I woke up late. I didn't have my shit together. Be able to go to the gym after work. All right, so he's pretty typical. No discipline whatsoever. He just
Yeah, at
needs-
least he's honest.
okay. Mental admission. Oh God, he's on week 6. He must have this shit figured out, right? Last week, I was suggested to just focus on what I want and explore that over time. I've done this every day, and the conditioning runs deep. I do not have any creativity towards life. Well, this is boring.
What is that? What is that?
Oh, fuck you. This is some bullshit. Fuck you. What's his name? Time will run out. Your time's running out.
Yeah.
Time's running out, man. This is some dumb shit. I'm not even going to go to your work. Let's look at sex.
Went on a date.
And pictures were definitely old. My fault for not expecting it. Felt no attraction to her, and I not behaved like I'd planned to. But I was able to get some insight into the thought and action patterns I usually take with a girl. I'm always too scared to escalate or just wait for things to naturally, whatever the fuck that means, move along. My text game's terrible. I haven't been able to set up any more dates. I think I'm wasting my time here until I learn some actual game or have a better profile. I'm just spinning my wheels and not getting enough responses to actually
Fuck this
figure
guy.
out-
Fuck this guy.
Okay, this guy's just fucking complaining. All right, Tabs. If I asked you to open your phone right now, how long would it take you to set up a date for tomorrow?
5 minutes, 10 minutes,
Would this be date number 1 with a new girl?
most likely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 minutes. This man right here can be fucking a new girl in 5 minutes. Do you have to have text game? Do you have to have much anything?
No, you gotta not give a fuck so much.
Oh,
Look at that. You just got to not give a fuck, right? Or was it like women are like buses? The next one's always going to come? Something like that, right? You know, yeah, you're absolutely right. These guys just got to stop giving a fuck.
Stop giving a fuck so much and stop thinking so much. Just go for it. That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
this is the problem that these guys have, is that they overthink things. Like this guy. Like, I'm not even going to finish his shit, but he just sits around and he thinks too much. There you go. All right, buddy, that's your answer. Is you think too much, like most every other guy here.
Well, the only thing I would add is the answer is not to stop doing things. It's to keep doing things and make mistakes. That's
Yeah.
a lesson for everybody. Keep doing things, keep fucking up.
Yeah,
That's
I
how you
mean, that's how
learn.
you learn.
No, that's bang on, man, because his whole thing is, it's not working. Maybe I shouldn't do it anymore. It's like, yeah,
Right.
sure.
Yeah, fuck that guy, man.
Oh, this guy has 100th place body fat.
Oh, sweet. Okay, let's do this. Okay, this is Aussie Darrow. He's on number 25. He's 48 years old. He's got a 13-year-old daughter. I think I remember reading about this guy. Didn't he like ship his daughter off to go live with his baby mama, and then she didn't come back, and now he's all pissed about it or something like that? I don't know.
No idea.
Yeah, okay. 6 foot, 207 pounds, 21% body fat. Yeah, 19 Navy method. He's up 2.19 pounds this week.
Ooh, a 7-day rolling average.
Yeah, but this guy lifts.
Yeah, he's pretty good lift.
His deadlift's 373, his squat's 268, bench
fair.
press almost 2 plates.
To be fair, Aussie Darren, I know you're around somewhere, mate. You're in Australia, buddy. You can put in kilograms. Don't put in pounds for these dickheads. Like, it's not. Like, the fuck are you doing? Like, are you trying to impress them?
Dude, we won't know how to figure that out, though.
That sounds like a you problem.
I'm not here to fix your problems. So right at fucking American. Hey, check it out. He's on the live stream. Okay, good to have you here, Aussie. I will check back here in the comments. So if something hurts that we say, like, make sure you let us know. Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna dig right in. So, mission. We're gonna start off with mission, week 25. Okay.
So one thing I will point out for the reading.
Yeah.
You're 25 weeks in. Why have you not read
Oh my god.
When I Say No, I Feel Guilty?
Yeah, that's in the prereqs.
Yeah. Like, let's put that one on to the top of the list.
Yeah, but yeah, dude, read the fucking books. Like do the work.
Yep.
Okay. Like you probably don't need to be reading Sex God
Right.
Method before you read No More Mr. Nice Guy and When I Say No, I Feel Guilty.
Yeah.
Those are two prereqs. You're right. All right, mission. Freedom through abundance in all areas through achieving and maintaining self-actualization. Okay,
It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
That is fucking word salad. That's all it is. Hey man, do you feel good about your mission? Does that make you feel good when you write those words? I'm just curious. This is my priority for the week. I'm starting to experience the side effects of lack of discipline in other areas of my life. I have filled my life so full of work, training, and women that I've got no time left for reflection, reading, and mission building, which I'm suffering from the lack of direction. I'm dialing back the women to get a bit more balance or get some balance. Okay, well, that's fair. Like, women are fucking distracting.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, they can be great, but they're also really fucking distracting. Okay. He's reading
Unchained Mail again.
Oh, God. You don't need to be reading that book, dude. You need to be reading the ones that are on the sidebar first. Agreed? Anybody disagree? No?
Agreed.
Nope.
Agreed. Physical. I am going to reach 15% body fat in July and 12 in September. Hold on a second. July is 2 months away,
Yeah.
right? How much? What are you at now? 21. So you're going to lose 20 pounds in 2 months?
That's a lot of fucking weight.
Yeah, that's about right, right? Wouldn't you say he need to lose at least 15 pounds to get down to 15%? Thereabouts, somewhere in there, 10 to 15 in 2 months?
6 foot. He would need to be about 190, 195, I would say.
It would depend on his build.
15%. Yeah.
Yeah, depending on his build. Like 195 for me at 15% body fat, I'd be fucking yoked. I'd be bigger than
Well,
tabs
yeah,
over
be
here.
huge.
That'd be fucking huge,
Yeah.
right? I don't know, but anyway, I think
Just
just go reevaluate that
figure it
goal.
out.
Go reevaluate that, man. Exercise 3 or 3 weight sessions, 4 or 4 martial
Right.
arts sessions, whatever. Why do people do so many? 3 Kinds of Lucky. You do BJJ, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you
It's
say?
fucking
to
awesome.
guys- Yeah, I mean for you, right? But what would you say for guys that are just starting out? Would you recommend they go do some kind of martial art or BJJ out of the gate?
If you want, it's not gonna. As long as you're doing it because you want to do it, not because you think it's gonna make some sort of fucking. It's gonna make your wife want to fuck you more. Sure, go for it. Do whatever you want. But I like it. I kind of wish I started it earlier. So,
Yeah?
yeah, it's up to the people in the end.
Yeah, I guess if it just kind of, floats your boat and that seems interesting to you, go for it.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
as long as you're not going, I'm going to do martial arts rather than lift, in which case, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Diet. Eating 2 meals a day. I'm not curious. I don't want to know about that. What is this? Business. I'm not happy. I'm not going to read
Go
it.
back up for a second. Living 3 hours a day.
What?
Living 3 days, 3 hours per week. Does that mean 3 hours per day or just 3 hours per week?
Well, he's got 3 days at 8 hours per week for martial arts. So
okay.
it's got to be 1 hour
Okay.
weight
Okay.
sessions.
Okay.
That makes cool.
Yeah, that's cool. That makes sense.
Hey, good job on tracking your calories and planning your meals. Just real quick, my Fitness Pal. Great way to track the
Yep.
calories that go in your mouth. If you're serious about this and you're not tracking your calories and what's going in your mouth, you're not doing the work.
Yep.
So good on this guy. I'm not going to read business. Fatherhood and family. No progress here, and I failed to do the necessary reflection on. Well, okay. All right. Well, why did you even write about it? Women. This should be interesting. I'm ready to bring this back into balance now. It's been a wild ride, but I can see now that I'm not sustainable given the amount of training and work I'm doing. I'm going to drop down to 2 plates or girls and date new women a maximum of once a week. Okay, Tabs. When you're rolling with girls, how many girls are you dating actively in a week?
2.
2. Do you have a third on standby?
Yes.
Okay. Most guys are around that number, I would say, that are doing this. They're 3 to 4, right?
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
3 to
Most
4.
of the guys on here, I mean, I'm thinking ImpatientZen. I think RP
Yeah.
is doing it.
Yeah, they're 3 to 4, minimum 2.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was just kind of curious. He says he's gonna drop down to 2 and date new women a max of once a week.
Okay.
Look, I think he's trying to be a little bit disciplined about it.
Yeah.
He understands that this is a distraction in his life, and
I think he's done the right thing. He had his wild run through, enjoying the fact that he's single and clearly seems to be attractive. So he went for his little ride, which is great, and now he's like, all right, that was fun, but this isn't going to work long term. I've had my fun. Let's come to some sort of strategy that's actually going to be good for me. So he's doing good work, this bloke. I'm pretty happy with how he's progressing.
Yeah, he's doing good. Okay, so next part, there was a great conversation regarding trade-offs between long-term relationships and plate spinning. We talked about this at the very beginning. We should dig into this now.
Yeah. I'm assuming that's between me and ImpatientZen.
Yeah. So, all right. So, for those listening, I'm married. Tyred is engaged.
Yeah, newly.
Tabs, you're married. Sort of married. We'll come back to that one. Legally married. And 3 Kinds of Lucky, you're married, right? So when we get into this conversation, I want to be very clear that I have a wife who does her job. Okay. What I mean by that is she puts the wife goggles on me and keeps them on me.
Right.
Okay. And she keeps them on me. She does her job. So obviously, I might have. Okay, you ready for a corporate America term? Anybody ready for this?
You don't use center of excellence again.
No, I'm not going to use center of excellence. But I might have. What is that called? A unconscious bias.
There you go. That's a diversity.
A diversity and inclusion term.
Yeah.
I might have an unconscious bias in believing that an LTR is the optimal strategy for men. And I've felt that for a very long time. Not felt it, but thought it. Sorry. Because it works for me, but I also don't want to project that on other guys. I think there is maybe 10% of guys where fucking multiple women consecutively for the rest of your life is the way you want to do that.
Right.
I think it's like 10% of guys that want that. 90% of guys end up in long-term relationships, right? Even the guys that we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Right.
That's fair.
And that thread that was going on was talking about essentially, if you want to have a lot of girls, it takes time.
It takes a lot of time. Yeah.
Like Tabs, you probably know this better than everybody here talking. Like that takes up, would you say, a majority of your free time if you've got 3 girls?
Absolutely.
Every amount of free time you got,
basically, yeah. And you got to juggle emotions and worry about emotions and what they're thinking, and it just takes a toll. Sometimes you want to just say, listen, I need time for myself.
Yeah. That's, man, and you're getting into dangerous territory there when you start talking about their emotions and taking care of them, right? And having to worry about them. Like, I don't think you do as much as you're saying now. Like, I really don't think you give a fuck just knowing you about their emotions, but you're playing the game.
Right. Right.
So, I mean, it's not really giving a fuck about her emotions. Like, just to be clear.
That's a fact.
Okay, you're playing games. All right, gotcha. All right. He's over here winking at me like I'm next. Shit. But, you know, look, guys, if they have other things they want to pursue outside of women, I mean, you just heard it right here from a guy who does this or has done this in the past, which is see multiple women, which is it takes up all of your time. There's no time left for anything else. And if you want to live a life of spontaneity, and that's part of your mission, like spontaneity and adventure and doing new things and doing new women,
Yeah.
that could be part of what you want your mission to be as man. By all means, go for it. But I will tell you that having a woman that is doing her job can be a force multiplier in you achieving your mission. And that's where a lot of guys arrive here, right? Like I can't remember the last time I did any housework.
Right.
Like 3 kinds of lucky. How many diapers you change in a day, man?
Ugh, 1, maybe 2.
Yeah. And how many diapers does that kid have? 8? 6?
9, 10. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking a shitload.
Yeah.
Literally.
But you've got someone there that is adding great value to your life by raising your son. Like your son, man. Like
Yeah,
that-
definitely some value. There's definitely a lot of value there, and it's nice too, right? I can go and do the things I want to do. I can make plans. I can go and do shit, and I know that she'll take care of him. But on the flip side, I also like to add value, so I'll also give her the opportunity to go and do things, and I'll take care of him over those times as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's no like little covert contract about that when you do that. I know that, right? You're just like, I just
Yeah,
feel
bang
like
on.
maybe she needs some time.
That's what I want to do, and sometimes I
that's
like
what you
having
wanna
time
do.
with just me and little boy. Anyway, it's nice.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I mean, I think we all do that, right? With our long-term relationships. And, you know, having one person that, not one person, but a person, let me clarify that. There's no one person. There's a person that's adding great value to your life and doing the following things. I've said this before. She does the things that I can't do.
Right.
She does the things that I don't want to do.
Yeah.
And she does the things that I tell her to do.
Yep.
I mean, like I have a force multiplier in my life.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And if you're married and your wife is not a force multiplier in your life, well, what's the point of being married?
I think that would be the case for a lot of the guys who are at MRP. And I think in a lot of the cases as well, it's not just that their wives aren't necessarily adding much value to their lives, but I suspect they're not adding much value to their wives' lives either. So the first step is to get your own fucking house in order before you start trying to reorganize shit. But on that note, I'm going to take off. I got shit to go do, but I might be back later, depending on whether or not you fuckers are still hanging around.
Yeah, man, you do you, right? That's what I say. You got to do you first. So, take care, buddy. We'll catch up with you soon.
Cheers, boys.
Have a good one. Great having you here. Thanks from down under. Appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
All righty. All right. Thanks, Lucky. All right. So we were talking about this. I would highly suggest you guys to go back that are listening here to go back and read over that conversation in that thread. There's some really good information from a guy who got divorced. That's ImpatientZen, and decided to start seeing multiple women at once. And he is absolutely convinced, and I truthfully believe he's congruent in this, that he doesn't want to be in a long-term relationship ever. And he's got some leanings also about non-monogamy.
Yep.
Right. And how non-monogamy can actually, this is the topic I wanted to get to, which I didn't answer in that thread, which is how non-monogamy can be great for your marriage. That it will invoke dread.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And hypergamy in your woman. So I can agree with that logically, that happens.
Right.
I've haven't tested it necessarily by going to my wife and being like, I fucked another girl. How do you feel? No, I haven't done that. But you know, look, I mean, obviously my wife is protective. You know, she's jealous. She does what a woman would do. That's doing her job. Right. But when I think about his argument that non-monogamy can actually improve shit in some cases, or you could extract, I think maybe what he said was something like extract the maximum value from a woman.
Right.
Whether that's sexually or whatever that might be, that maybe fucking other women and her knowing about it would be fine. I don't disagree. However, my argument has always been that when a woman feels safe, she is at her best. And that's just the lifestyle that I lead. Right. And so I really believe that I have had the best sex and the best woman so far in my life, because I have created that safe space for her to where she can be open, she can be free, she can be extremely feminine, she can do all of that. And I can extract what I want from her in that way if I wanted to. But he says that basically if your wife knows you're fucking other women, she's going to compete harder. And I have had this conversation with my wife, this exact conversation with my wife. And it's changed a little bit over the years. But ultimately, I truly believe that my wife has... She says this, and I actually believe her. I'm actually believing what she says and watching what she does at the same time. But I really truly believe that she would not be married to me if I had sex with other women. I think that's just a kind of a boundary for her. And I think that's perfectly fine. I don't care how much she would want to compete for me in that scenario. I think she would still not be married to me.
Right.
Because it would destroy that safe space that I've created. So I don't know. It's something to think about. Like, so when we come back to most guys, the 90% of guys, they all want to focus on something other than women, right? Like, God, man, like my dick can only be wet so many different ways.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. It's just not my game. Taz is your game. You like getting your dick wet from purple pussy to black pussy to pink pussy to
yellow pussy.
To yellow pussy.
That's a fact.
He's non-discriminatory about pussy.
That's a fact.
He tells me it's all pink on the inside.
He's very inclusive.
Very inclusive.
It's very inclusive of pussy. Yeah.
Yeah, I take it very seriously.
Yeah, I mean, he this is your full-time job almost.
Yeah, almost.
Well, good. All right, so what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a small break, and it's going to be about 2 minutes. We're going to give ourselves just a little bit of time to refill some beverages. We have some sitting right here, some Monkey Shoulder Scotch, and I missed the rye whiskey.
Templeton.
So, it's the Templeton Rye. It's only the 4-year, so it's not the 6.
Good enough.
We're going to pour ourselves a drink. We're going to be right back, but in the meantime, we're going to give you guys some fantastic background music to listen to for approximately, again, 2 minutes. Thank you. Hey, everybody, we'll be returning in 1 more minute. Thanks. All right, everybody, we are back. Thank you for your patience. We needed to grab a lighter, and so bear with us for a moment. Okay, we know what that sound is. Let's all have some fun for the last hour at least. Okay, so I'm gonna, at this moment, I'm gonna stop sharing the screen here. We're going to switch gears a little bit and talk about, you know, just some shit going on in our lives, right? We're kind of dealing with. So maybe we'll start with you, Tabs, right? We'll do some deep psychoanalysis on your ass, right? Because you're a very simple man. You just like to fuck women, right? And you like to lift.
I like to fucking lift.
He likes to fuck and he likes to lift, right?
And give perspective. I like to give perspective. Yes.
So you've never heard of our group that we're kind of involved in, and that's a great thing, right? But I think you're pretty plugged in, right? When I say plugged in, meaning you've unplugged from the matrix, right? That is the world, and you see it really for what it is, right? For what women really are, right? And you've learned probably through trial and failure what works and what doesn't work, right?
A lot.
Okay.
Failure.
And so you know, you probably figured out pretty early on that lifting is pretty important. You want to talk about, do you think lifting is important?
I do think lifting is important. I think lifting is essential. I think for your not only your body but your mind as well. Lifting actually helps your game a lot. You know, when you're dealing with women.
Yeah. Yeah, you feel that confidence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how to push past objections. And,
Look at this. So I just want to point something out. What you just said, like, you're going to be like, what? You guys have a term for that? You guys are that fucking retarded that you got to make a term for it? We call that right there. We call that LMR. And that stands for last minute rejection. So that's when you're getting ready, just right then to close the deal. And she throws up that last bit of rejection. What do you do in those situations?
Trying to find something that we both can connect on. Like
Yeah.
the chick told me she was a Jehovah's Witness. She's like, "Hey,
Oh,
Jehovah's
shit.
Witness."
Wait.
She was fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh God, she
Yeah.
was fucking hot. I mean, big tits, fat ass. She was beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she wanted me to be a Jehovah's Witness. And I said, well, what do I have to witness? You know what I mean? Kind of making it light a little bit, but she was really serious. She's like, no, go to Jade. You know, she gave me the website or whatever.
What? Didn't you just tell her? Oh, shit, man. Does she suck dick for Jesus?
I suppose. I don't know.
He's like, I'm out. It's Jehovah's Witness.
I like my holidays too much.
Yeah, like, you know,
Yeah.
why do I have to be Jehovah's Witness? You know what I mean? Like, but that's what she wanted. You know what I mean? So I respected it and I kept it moving.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't push past the religion part. You know what I mean? With
Yeah.
somebody, you know, but I just try to push past rejection, LMR.
Yeah. Like when you got a girl and it's clear that she's into you. Very
Okay.
clear. Well, maybe it's not so clear. She's playing the game too, right? She doesn't want to show her interest right away. Let's put this in the term of wives for a moment, because that's what a lot of guys are here to talk about. So if your wife says, "Oh, I'm really tired. Can we just do this tomorrow?" I think I read that on your shit today.
Everybody says
says that.
once a week. Somebody says it.
My head, I got a headache. You know, I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Like, that is a simple rejection, right? To where she's trying to say, it's not you, it's me.
Right.
Right. And you don't buy that bullshit and you push through. Right. And that's when you actually get a no. That is a hard no.
Yeah.
And when I get hard no's, or I've ever had a hard no, it's a no.
It's a no.
It's a no.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, there have been times where I pushed through a hard no because, like, the women going into that. But
When's the last time you got a hard no?
fucking a couple years.
Yeah.
I pushed past a hard no at the gym. You know, it was a hard no. I'm married, you know, but, you know, thanks for the compliment, blah, 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 blah. But I just remained persistent. And then one day, you know, she started liking my pictures. And
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and,
okay.
and heart eye emoji on one of them. And, you know, I'm like, what's going on? So she had been separated. And I guess, but what happened, because women are competitive, she was going through her social media and with her sister. Sister said, "Oh, who is that?" She said, "Oh, that's somebody that likes me." She's like, "Well, if you're not going to do it, I'll do it." So she had to beat her sisters to the punch.
Hypergamy in
Yeah,
action right there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the competitive nature of females,
Yes.
right? So no surprise there. And there's no surprise that she just so happened to start sliding into your DMs when shit started going crazy with her husband. So let me just make a point. Tabs, have you slept with married women before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is it easier to lay married women or unmarried women?
Married women.
Yes. You guys heard that. It's so much easier to lay married women. So all you guys listening back home, I got Tyrone sitting across from me, right? This motherfucker is like we talk about Chad, but no, there's Tyrone. Like, he's fucking Tyrone, but Tyrone's got his shit together. All right. Like, I want to be very clear about that. Like, Tabs pretty much has got his shit together. He's got some shit he's working on, but he's got a path. But he's coming from it at an angle of like, if she's down,
I'll do it.
if it ain't gonna be you, Tabs, it's gonna be somebody else, isn't it?
Absolutely. Damn right.
Yeah. So you feel no guilt, no remorse for that whatsoever.
No.
Yeah. No. Why would you? It's not your fault. Right? So guys listening, like this is a real thing that happens. Like there's a post out there by Red SFP Plus that talks about how the barbecue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where he went to the barbecue and he was there and he fucked the guy's wife.
Yes.
At the barbecue.
That happens. Yes.
In his house.
Yes.
Upstairs.
Yes.
And then he came back downstairs. She was fucking full of his cum. And she told her friend what happened, and guess what happened?
She fucked her friend.
He fucked her friend too.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's real.
That's a real deal.
People read that shit and they think we're lying.
No, that's the real deal.
Like that's like now in a previous life, I may have not believed that, but I believe it now because I've seen it. I'm not gonna say I did it. I didn't fuck the neighbor and the neighbor's friend all in one go, but
I always would fuck sisters.
Sisters?
Yeah, I fucked several twins, several sets of twins, sisters.
How the fuck does that work with sisters? Holy shit.
Well,
did they know?
Oh yeah. Well, one definitely knows about the other one because one came before her. The one that was first doesn't know.
Yeah.
About me and the second twin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the second twin obviously knows about the first twin because I was with her first. And the second twin basically, you know, this one particular woman, she said, hey, you know, I'm tired of how she does good men.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Damn.
And she said she always letting the good ones go. Oh, and this one was in a monogamous relationship. She was, whether you want to call it engaged, she was living with her, you know, she had her family at home.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So but one day she came over, she bought me some food or something. And we'll kiss. And from there, I already knew it was like the money in the bag. It was just like,
yeah,
where, you know, just time.
Yeah.
Just a matter of time.
You and I have talked before about kind of the hunter mentality that you think you have.
Yes.
Like you believe that's just completely ingrained inside of you.
Yeah, I do.
Like you feel like you got to go find some prey.
My grandfather was this way though, and my father was this way, and then my grandfather on my mother's side, he was that way. Now my father, he's this way. My brother's that way.
Every man you know is this way. Is always slaying pussy.
Yeah, the ones closest to me.
Yeah,
slay pussy.
Yeah, whether they're married or not.
Slaying pussy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is a very unusual thing for young men to grow up around now. I think that's fair to say, right? Most young men that are growing up now, or even men in our age group, right? Well, younger than us, I would say. If we would say this to them, like, hey, did you know my uncle slays? And that would be something that we would just kind of joke around about. Like, that would be a bad thing now.
Yeah. Well, it would be bad now.
Bad now. Back then, that was just what guys did.
How long do you think that's been away for a while? I mean, it's probably at least from the 50s.
Yeah.
The traditional conservative values and the traditional family, at least from then.
Well, here's the difference, right? Like men have always done this. That just because it turned 1960 didn't mean men stopped doing this, right?
It's been quiet.
Yeah, it's been much more quiet. You know, back then, you know, it was men would discreetly have affairs,
right?
With, you know, I don't know if that would be normally unmarried women or married women, but I'm pretty sure it's unmarried women they'd be having affairs with back then, and they keep it discreet. And that kind of behavior did not get back to the wife. It didn't get to anybody. It stayed where it was. There may have been a few small number of people who knew about it, but they shut their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And it never got back to the wife. She was never embarrassed. No one ever really knew about it, except for a small handful of people. And that's just what they did.
Yep.
And I think that still happens. Right? There's just less people that know about it now.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Right? Because my grandfather was this way. I said my father was this way. My brother's this way. I'm this way. You know, we lay pipe. But it's fucking the product of female companionship. Like, could it possibly be we enjoy female companionship or just playing the game and the fucking is just a byproduct of the female companionship or the game, quote unquote?
So you're saying maybe you love the game.
Love the game, right?
You love the game. I don't find that unusual. The difference is you have to ask yourself, what do you want? And is the game productive means to get what you want? Now, you said to me, John, I don't want to work a whole fucking other day in my life. Right? Never want to work again. I want to find me a fucking sugar mama. And you know what? I will very maybe discreetly fuck other women, but I probably wouldn't. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever it is that you want. I would say, yeah, playing the game is probably a pretty good way to get the means to the end to get that. The question is, what do you want? So what do you want?
Oh, you asked me specifically?
Yeah, what do you want?
To not have to work again.
You don't ever want to work again. So let's dig on that one, right? Do you want to do the
work a job again?
You don't ever want to work a job again. Okay. Do you want to do that by creating your own wealth? Or do you want to tag onto a woman's wealth?
Create my own wealth.
Okay. So, man, like, I'll just say this out loud. We're sitting across from each other right now. If you're out there laying pipe and slaying pussy, you'll never get that done. Never. It's way too much time. We established that in the previous conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, are you the 10%?
Are you if you're in that 10% of guys that just needs to lay pipe to be happy?
Which is fine.
Like, you can choose to do that. But you better understand that if you're in that 10% of men that they just want to sleep around and experience new women and everything that a woman has to offer and the game that you have to build and become that man that can game that to get that out of a woman, then by all means go pursue it. But if you say to me, I don't want to work another day in my life, that takes more time than you got if you're out there slaying pussy. That's the truth. That's the fucking truth, right? Now, I will say that when I was going through the beginning parts of my journey, up until that point, when shit started to go a little sideways for me, I had focused entirely on what you just said. Never work another day in my life. That's what I focused in on. And I was really fucking good at it because that's where I spent all my time and energy, right? The more you put into something, the better you're going to be at it no matter what, right? So I went and I did that. And then I felt like my marriage was important to me. I liked my wife. I didn't understand why shit was going off the rails. And so, you know what? I took probably a good year and a half or two to do some really deep introspection and work on myself in order to solve that problem or come to a decision point, did I want to be married or not? Right. And that took all my time. And while I was doing that, my career took a back seat to that. It did. I didn't work as hard. I didn't travel as much. I was spending more time on myself, all that shit. Was I fucking as much? I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you this, while I was focused in on my career and making sure I never had to work another day in my life, I wasn't worried about fucking so much until it became a problem. Right? Right. And then one day I woke up and I was like, whoa, hold on a second.
I'm not fucking at all.
I'm not fucking enough. I'm going to go solve that fucking problem. I'm going to go get fucked, you know? And so I went and I did that. But in the meantime, I could only focus on about one or two things and be effective at any of them. You know what I'm saying? So I would say if that truly is your number one goal, like pussy's going on the back burner, motherfucker.
It has to.
Yeah, that sucks. Because I've seen this man game and he's got some real skill.
Yeah, I mean, he tells great stories about the girl at the gym and.
Yeah, we want to talk about the gym. All right, so Carl, so my buddy here.
But hold on.
Yeah.
But you're exactly right about the one or two things, right?
Mhm.
Because that's where I'm at. Is I got two things I'm focused on right now, which is kids and health. Right, everything else is taking a back burner. Career, everything else is taking a back burner.
Yeah.
Right. So you can only focus, I think, on two things.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, I think two things are what you can focus on. Everything else is going to go by the wayside.
Yeah, you do. Look, so I think of it like this. I think one of the great masculine gifts that we have as men is that we were able to like fucking hyper focus on something so hard and devote all of our energy and our autistic mental talent that we have, right? Like watching a little kid that's autist going like crazy on crayons.
Right.
And certain colors. Like we can do that. We can like garner that part of our masculinity and use that to do great things.
Yep.
Amazing things. You know, we can, build fucking the Roman Empire. Right? If we've got one man that wants to go do that and he's exerting every bit of energy he's got into that. Hyper focus. That is a gift of masculinity. And if you choose to use that, then most of the guys we're talking to today are hyper focused on sex.
Yep.
And that's all right, man. You got to go fix that part of your life.
Yep.
You got to go figure that out.
You need sex.
You got to have sex. Yeah, like what are the two wheels of the bicycle?
Right.
Money and sex.
Right.
As long as you got those two things, you got a man cycle. Right? You got a man cycle. Money and sex. You got those two things covered, you're good.
Yeah.
Then you can go decide what else you want. Right. But I'll come back to Tabs here and say I think he's got the shit figured out with the sex part.
Yeah, sex is
but there's a whole nother wheel to that bicycle.
He's got the
You gotta figure that other one out, or at least be on a trajectory to where you know what the fucking wheel is like, where it's going down the road.
But
right?
then you got the guys that once you got the money and sex figure out where's the bicycle going. You got all the other stuff you can figure out.
That's the hard
part.
That's the mission.
That's what everybody's got to figure out on your own.
That is your mission,
yeah.
Right? Like, oh shit. Well, I mean, maybe not a mission. It could be a purpose. It could be a short-term purpose, 10 years.
It's a direction.
The direction you want to go, right? But that is what wives are looking for.
Right.
That is what they want. They could care fucking less what that is. You want to be the greatest Pokemon master in the world? As long as you've got abs, you're cool. Right?
Right.
Like
at least two. At least the top two.
Yeah. Like, listen, you can pursue anything that it is that you want. Right. But I think what wives are looking for is looking for direction.
Yes.
Ultimately.
Yep.
And look, they don't want direction from people they don't respect.
Yep.
That's a fact.
They don't want to go somewhere with someone they don't respect. And if you're a whiny pussy, they want to be the whiny pussy. You can't have two whiny pussies in a boat.
They want to be themselves. They want to be able to be free and flowing and feminine and be themselves.
Yeah. They don't want to be around another them.
Right.
You're like, they're enough to handle, right?
Right.
Shit. That's what I say all the time. People are like, oh, I got, what do you think about having multiple wives? And I'm like, fuck man. I got fuck no. Like,
enough.
That doesn't sound like a great idea to me. I got other shit I got to go do.
Exactly.
And I know how needy one of them is. Right? Like she's like, fucking got to be fucked every day. Or, no, I'm sorry. I'll rephrase that. She needs something every day is her words.
Think about how you just said that, though. She needs to be fucked every day.
She needs to be fucked every day.
Think about that compared to the guys I know you on your shit.
Yeah. They're like, I need to be fucked every day. Yeah, man. Why don't you wait?
It's a lot of work.
Why don't you wait until your wife gives you sex? Right, gives it to you.
Need sex.
Yeah, God, man. Anyway, these guys are. Yeah, we're giving them a lot of shit, but we're gonna go back here to Tabs. We're gonna say, look, I think, man, like you've got the pussy figured out. Like that is a skill, though. I want to say that can atrophy over time. right? And that atrophy of the skill of game, you have to keep sharp. So that's why we tell people the shit that you're reading about how to game, maybe you go read Daybang, you go read, some of those other books about pickup. Because again, Tabs, these are guys that are pretty clueless about how that world works, about how female nature is, what they respond to. Like they've never done that for quite a while. So they're rusty, right? You have to exercise that. And the reason you just want to exercise it is simply because, man, ain't that a whole lot more fun for everybody? Ain't that fun for her too? It's fun for me. So, hey, go play some catch and release. Whatever you got to do. Like, you got to stay sharp. Your wife will thank you for it. All right. Okay. So we are here at an hour and a half in the stream. Do we want to go try to hit one of the other guys? Or what I think I might do is take a look at the chat and the comments here. Let's talk about some of the comments that popped up here. Okay, let's go all the way back. Whoa, there have been quite a few. Aussie Darrow. Okay, he has some comments about we went over his stuff, so he's good to go. So Jordan says an open long-term relationship might be a good suggestion. So Jordan, I would say that's possible. I think it just requires more time, even with an open long-term relationship. Really not congruent to what I want, but if you're in that 10% of guys, that might be a good alternative for an open long-term relationship where you're fucking other girls and she knows about it and she's okay with it.
There's still a lot of time commitment.
Big time.
The other thing you got to manage then is her dread level, which
dread levels. Yeah.
I mean, you don't want her level at 11. It's not pretty.
Yeah. No. Oh, God. We could probably spend hours talking about dread and its effects on women when you don't even intend to do it anymore.
Right.
Like it's just natural. And Tabs, what we're talking about here with dread, that is kind of that natural response that a woman has whenever there's jealousy involved, or she's sitting around wondering, well, if I'm not fucking him, somebody's fucking him. If he's a man who fucks.
We're talking about real dread, not blue pill professor dread.
Yeah, we're not talking about fake dread where you're like, don't tell her where you're going.
Yeah.
Shit like that. You just give her shit to worry about on purpose because you're like, oh yeah, I can tell her, I'm not gonna tell her where I'm going tonight. She asks me that, I'm gonna make her think that I'm out there doing that.
Right.
Like that's fucking retarded.
Dread,
man.
like getting a text message of "Be safe and faithful" from your.
Is that what you just got?
Yeah, that's what I got tonight.
Be safe and faithful. We're dudes hanging around, a poker table with a good bottle of Templeton Rye.
Right.
And your girl back home is wondering, what the fuck are they doing out there in Horns' outbuilding?
Yeah.
Which, by the way, this is a beautiful place. I really love it where I live, and we'll open up the big doors here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But I would describe this as very country.
Yes.
It is.
Very country.
Very nice.
From someone who comes from the city.
Yeah.
This is definitely country.
Well,
and this is great.
Yeah.
This is fucking great.
Where else can you shoot off a tater cannon?
Oh, man.
Right?
Oh, man.
You should have seen this guy's face whenever, my son and I built a potato cannon, together. You spray hairspray in it, and you do the igniter, and boom. I mean, anyway, Tabs came over one time, and I was like, hey, man, you want to go shoot a potato cannon? He's like, the fucking what? He's like, well, I've never heard of this, but it sounds like a good idea to me.
I was a Boy Scout. Listen, I love doing all that type of shit
in the city.
You know what I mean? No. They took us to the country.
Scout in the city?
But I loved when I went to the country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here I am.
Yeah.
In the country.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, man.
Man.
It's a slow lifestyle. It's a slower lifestyle.
The cunt.
The country. The country. We're living in the country. All right. Okay, let's look at some other comments. Here we go. All right. What does this say? Northern Facing. Good to have you here, buddy. He's helped me quite a bit, but I couldn't get behind the non-monogamy for based on the time. I think he's kind of realizing, hey, non-monogamy takes a little bit of time. Okay. Wait, is this perhaps could be ImpatientZen? He says John Doe here. He says, hey kids, just to be clear, my question was, why do dudes wife up the first bitch to touch their dicks post-divorce? Okay. Yeah, that was his question. Why do guys do that? Well, why? I'm sitting across from one.
To be clear, it wasn't the first one. It was like the second.
The second. The one that like fully, you had, what, penetration or what did we say earlier?
I think so.
The PIV going on? Yeah.
Intercourse.
First intercourse. Yeah, that's right.
So it wasn't so much the sex, it was all the value. I mean, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, when you come from a desert, man, water has a lot of value.
I mean, I'll give you an example, right? So, I mean, it's no secret. I got health problems. I was traveling on Friday, got home, Gen IV set up.
Yeah.
I mean, just simple shit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, would anyone add value like that? I don't know. But like just some of the simple shit she does like that with that, the kids. I mean, too much information probably, but my 13-year-old had her first little Aunt Flo episode and she took care of it. I mean, I don't know if every woman would do that type of stuff, but like shit like that,
that's value.
I don't got to deal with. Like that's the stuff that adds value to me.
Yeah, well, I think there's a debate on vetting currently going on in the manosphere about, is vetting real, right? Do you even need to do vetting? What is vetting? And vetting, it just comes down to what are your boundaries and what your acceptable behavior is.
So I think there's vetting, and then is the woman fucking crazy, right? So my ex was Amber Heard level.
Yeah, very Amber Heard. Have you guys been watching that shit going on? Oh man, that shit's hilarious.
I'll be the first man. I've had some PTSD, honestly, from some of that shit. I mean, it's pretty much parallel some of the shit I went through.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's at that level. I'm not saying I'm crying in a corner or anything, but like it's similar. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking for stability in my life. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for a bunch of women. I'm looking for stability for me, my kids. That's what I value.
Close the chapter.
Right.
Close the chapter on that part, and then just kind of move on to the next thing you got to get done.
Right. So
I can understand that. I can appreciate that.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at with my life, and that's, I don't know. So sure, first bitch. That was not my plan. Horns knows that, but that's what happened. She kept adding value, and what I always say is she does challenge my mindset on things. I mean, she's caused a lot of mindset challenging, especially with my son who died, and there's a lot of value in that as well. So won't go into all the details on this given time frame, but there's a lot of value people can add that it's tough to be able to talk about via a message board on Reddit.
Yeah, no, I got you, man. Hey, this was one of IZ's comments here. He says, and then my dude Horns, having a woman feel safe has little upside to her acting right. Quite the opposite, except for her nuking out of anxiety, obviously. Okay. First, I don't think that her being safe puts her on her best behavior. I want to be clear about that. I think her feeling safe allows her to act the most free and allows you to pull the deepest, darkest, sluttiest, horniest, little fucking crazy ass, I want to fuck a donkey in Mexico shit out of her. Okay? That's what I think. Now, do I think I could command that out of a woman through making her just naturally feel dread if I was fucking multiple women? Like, I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure I could pull out the fake part of her that wants to be a slut for me. But I'm talking about the real, deep, genuine, deep, slutty part of femininity. And I think you can get to that dark, deep part, and it's fucking, you can get lost in there forever. I think that's really cool. Can you achieve that through having some, I know IZ, you're more on the side of kind of dominance and submission as well, just naturally occurring within a relationship. He's masculine man, wants a feminine woman. So that does naturally happen. You can draw that out through commandeering and power. Just pure power, you could pull that out of a woman. But I don't think it's the same thing.
Can you command that though? I mean, can you command her deepest, darkest secret?
Desire? You can't command
I don't think
desire. You can't negotiate it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've come down to, is that I will never be able to negotiate that, to figure out what is that in, that woman, what is that deepest, darkest part of her, right? And I've gotten some pretty deep shit.
Exactly.
Like, listen, I mean, I have no problems talking about some of the deepest, darkest shit that I've figured out. Like there's a serious thing that, my girl has going on about age.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. Like that's a really taboo topic. Okay. I'm not going to say what age. Y'all can just infer whatever that is. But we can play with that now. We can play around with that. And in a very kind of really cool way. That's not real, but it's pretty fucking real.
Right.
I don't know if I would be able to figure that out. That's my point. So, great comment though, IZ. Maybe we can continue this conversation offline out of here. I do like those deep conversations. All right. Let's see. Wow, we got here we go. Another one from IZ. Then for some, that downside is worth the upside of just getting that shit settled, as long as it's conscience choice aligned with your mission. Fuck it. So he's saying, if you want to just settle down with a chick, go ahead. Like nobody's stopping you. Like if I just check that box and move on, what you're kind of saying, close chapter, just be done.
Go for it. Whatever you fucking want. I mean, that's the thing with MRP, right? At some point, it's what do you fucking want? Figure it out and go for it.
Yeah. All right, so that's the comments of the evening. Let's try to spend the last few parting notes here. I found this interesting. I saw Tabs over here taking some notes earlier. Must have been something that was worth fucking writing down. Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Yeah, so we're gonna open it up here in chat. I'm gonna be watching chat here. If you guys have any AskMRP style questions, let's talk about those. Or we can go back to browsing. And we can take a look at the latest AskMRP questions that are out there. That might be interesting for just a few minutes. So ask the folks. But we'll wrap it up here in just a few minutes for you guys. So let's pop on over. I'm actually kind of curious.
I think I approved the last one.
Oh, God, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, fun. Okay.
Oh, no, I didn't. I think I approved that one.
All right, let's take a look. Let me get this cast out here, and then we'll go from there. Okay, here we go. Playful separated wife. How do I handle my wife being playful, teasing, laughing at my silly jokes? We are only separated. She sleeps in a child's bedroom the second week, and he by me. Thus far, I only played along, but no kidding. No, this one's terrible. Like, what the fuck? Why you're going to the internet and ask strangers without even providing any? Oh God, a newbie in dire straits. Are we ready for this one?
I don't think I read this one.
I don't think I did. Oh wait, hold on. It's not that long. All right, let's skim it real quick. Hello all. To cut to the chase, I'm 45 years old, married for 15 years, living together for 25 years, 4 kids, dead-ish bedroom for many years. We used to be close and share the same dreams. Oh man, how sweet. Isn't that sweet? They shared their dreams. What was that? Do you mean that was her dreams that you said that's a good idea?
I don't think I've ever shared any dreams.
I don't. How do you fucking share a dream with a person to begin with? I don't know, man. Like,
maybe like share their respective dreams, like what they wanted to accomplish. Maybe I don't know.
It's all built on hopes and dreams.
Most of my dreams involve her being naked now. So.
Yeah. Like I usually have a boner in my dreams.
Yeah.
Right. Fuck. All right, marriage is seriously on the rocks, and we
No
built a
shit.
house and a small holding together 5 years ago. Very isolated, nearest neighbor miles away. She doesn't drive.
Huh.
Stay at home mom, and we homeschool. Fuck. I don't want to be your kids.
They can't sell until 2033.
Without losing half of the money to the previous owner. What? I don't even know. What?
All right.
Nobody cares. She would leave me tomorrow if she had an escape route. She was repulsed by me.
Great.
Okay, I discovered in January. I'm lifting and training. Great. All right. I have been sexually rejected virtually daily. I have decided a period of monk mode without inflating would help me, and I probably stopped feeling her pressure. I love this. I fucking love this.
Fucking told you, Tabs.
I told you, man. This guy right here, he thinks his wife
Not having sex.
not having sex
Not
with
trying to
her.
have sex is gonna be
That'll show her. Right? That'll show her. I'm not gonna fuck her now. And maybe if she notices that I'm not fucking her, she'll probably want to fuck me.
Oh wait, keep reading. It gets better.
If a reset whilst I improve rekindles her attraction for me, I don't know. Yeah, that's what she's hoping for. That's what he's fucking hoping for there. Like he's saying, oh, I'm not gonna try to fuck her, so she'll be more attracted to me. I know I need to be nice to her and keynote her. Tabs, when was the last time you were nice to a woman?
Give her some direction.
Yeah, God.
Create an experience.
Yeah, man. When was the last time you were nice to a girl?
I don't know.
I can't remember seeing you the last time you being nice to a girl. Yeah. Okay.
They don't like them nice.
They don't. No. They won't. They
I
want
learned
to
that the
challenge.
hard way. I used to be nice. Not nice.
So you used to be a nice guy.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Didn't work out good. She cheated on me.
You
Ooh.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here over here too.
They cheat on the nice guys.
They do.
Yeah. They fuck. And the dogs is who they fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So.
And even after growing up around all these other men that you knew this was going on, you probably said somewhere inside of your head, I'm not going to be like that.
Yeah. I probably did. Yeah. You know, I think I got my heart broken or something. I think that somebody flipped a switch. Or something,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And I just fucking went ape shit and never been right since. The fucking...
Yeah, man. Like, but that's look. I mean, look. It's all good. At the end of the day, you know that being nice is not the way to get laid.
Nope.
No, it's not at all. Okay, so dude, don't be nice. Okay, there's a book out there called No More Mr. Nice Guy. You should probably read. Okay, how do I stop my anger at her showing? How about
Don't be angry.
Don't be angry. God. You see that question right there?
Yeah.
He's not asking, how do I stop being angry?
Right.
He's saying, how do I stop showing her I'm angry?
Yeah.
Like, that dude is so deep in that girl's frame.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I just don't want her to see me be angry. He doesn't want to solve the problem. He just wants to solve the problem he's making for her.
The question is, why are you angry, dude?
I don't know. Well, he's probably not getting laid, man. Remember, he's missing a wheel to the bicycle. After 25 years, she reads my every micro expression. I can't help showing my resentment. I have built her dream, 4 kids and a farm from nothing, and we should be enjoying it and fucking like rabbits.
Well, that's a covert contract.
What a
right there.
covert contract. You know, let me read that aloud. This sentence right here. This last one here. If I build her dream, which is 4 kids and a farm from nothing, we will be fucking like rabbits. That's what that
he
guy.
expects.
Yes. Oh, that's what we call covert contracts. That's where you make a deal inside of your head. You know, you're like, well, if I buy her this house,
She'll fuck
she'll
me.
fuck me more.
If I buy her
No,
flowers,
you just got to keep doing more and more and more and more and more and
if
more.
I rub her feet, she'll fuck me.
If I give her a massage on her back for a while, maybe I can put her in the mood. That's another thing. That's a really common
He
thing.
likely groomed her to be that way, though, by how he started out.
Always.
Mhm.
Always. Yeah.
It's his fault. No doubt. You know, you act like a pussy, you're going to get treated like a pussy.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, if you're going to be that guy that makes that, it's his fault for making that covert contract inside of his mind and then he projects that out into the world. Do you understand that? This shit is all a prison inside of his own head. That's what a covert contract is. And look, covert contracts don't always get fulfilled. And when they don't get fulfilled, when he built this house, gave her 4 kids, and gave her a farm, and she didn't fuck him,
He got pissed off
he got angry.
because he's a nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Why isn't she fucking me? I did everything that she's ever wanted. You know what? If you're going to make a covert contract, I highly suggest you just make it a fucking overt contract. You say, listen, I'm going to build you this house. We're going to have 4 kids. We're going to go have a family farm together. And you're going to fucking suck my dick every fucking morning I get up. How's that sound to you? And if she's on board with that, what you want to bet she'll be goddamn fucking on board with that plan long before a fucking covert contract, because you'll be out loud about it. You'll be like, listen, these are my expectations. I'm going to buy you a house. I'm going to give you 4 kids. I'm going to give you this farm, and you're going to suck my dick every morning as an alarm clock. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'll go find a girl that will. And you're more than happy to go do that if that's how you want to transact with a woman. But having that shit up in your head, and then when it doesn't produce the results that you expected and you get angry, that is like the worst cycle in the world for men to be in, because then you get angry at yourself. And that sucks.
Yep.
That's bad. So maybe we'll end on that. We'll end on a bad note, which is don't create these prisons inside of your head that you expect other people to fulfill. And when they don't come through, you don't have a fucking reason to be angry. They didn't know about it. And if a woman ever says to you, if you buy me this house and you do this, give me 4 kids and a family farm, I'll suck your dick every morning. She's not a liar. That's just what she's feeling right then.
Yep. Just add right now to that.
Add right now to the end of every sentence.
That's right.
If you buy me this farm, give me 4 kids, and build my dream house, I will suck your dick right now.
And she's gonna really make you believe that too.
Well, she believes it too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right
She
now.
really believes it. She believes it right now.
Right.
Because you know what? When those thoughts go through her head about getting that farm and that dream house, those 4 kids and that perfect life, man, her pussy's wet.
That's only one side of her though.
Yeah.
It's only one.
Yeah.
That's what the emotion's feeling right then.
Right then, right now. So look, women are not liars. I want to be clear about that. Women are not liars. They just say what they're feeling right there in that moment. And our wives and our relationships that we have with them, you take it with a grain of salt. That's all I'm saying. Is that get rid of that prison in your fucking head. Right? The one that says, well, if I do this, maybe she'll behave better. Or if I do this, like that is living in her frame.
Yep.
Her complete frame. You don't have a frame of your own. You're just a man fucking living inside of her fucking vagina. Like hoping you get to touch it. And maybe she'll touch your pee-pee. I don't know. All right, gents. It's been a lot of fun having you guys on this evening. We're right at 2 hours. This has been a lot of fun. I want to thank Tyred, who made the drive over here to my place this evening. He says about 35 minutes since I moved a little bit further out to the country.
I know. How dare you?
Yeah. I think I actually live closer to your ex-wife now than you do.
You live about 2 miles from her. Yeah.
I live 2 miles from your ex-wife. You know what? Maybe I'll see her on the town square
You
this
might.
weekend.
Yeah.
All right. It's a small town. I think I have seen her. Does she run?
I don't know. I have no idea what she does.
Okay. Well, I think I might have saw her running the other day
That's scary
when I was
shit.
going through downtown,
You
like
might
trying
have.
to go to a little basic
lives downtown,
T-ball
so-
game. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I might have seen her. I don't know. But I also want to thank Tabs here, who came on. He's giving me the sign off here. It's been a lot of fun having you here to give another perspective. Like some of the things that you've just said, like you just gotta not give a fuck. That is like core to what.
It's power in not giving a fuck.
Yeah,
There's power in not giving a fuck.
there is. It's all the power in the world. It's about who gives less fucks, right, than the other person a lot of times, right? But yeah, some of the things you said, these guys that have been listening along, likely they've enjoyed some of that and have understood that you come from a different perspective of like, this isn't a problem for you at all. And you're like, yeah, I'm good. All right. And, thanks everybody for listening to me ramble on for, the past couple hours. It's been a lot of fun. I really enjoy these. Shout out lastly to Weak and Sensitive, who kind of started all of this. It's been a lot of fun. I miss him, but he's off Reddit. And we thought we'd kind of pick up the torch and take it running. So everybody, hope you have a fantastic evening, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.